To read Ecclesiastes 8. Who is like the wise man who knows the explanation of things? Wisdom brightens a man's face and changes its hard appearance. Obey the king. Obey the king's command, I say, because you took an oath before God. Do not be in a hurry to leave the king's presence. Do not stand up for a bad cause, for he will do whatever he pleases. Since a king's word is supreme, who can say to him, "What are you doing?" Whoever obeys his command will come to no harm, and the wise heart will know the proper time and procedure. For there is a proper time and procedure for every matter, though a man's misery weighs heavily upon him. Since no man knows the future, who can tell him what is to come? No man has power over the wind to contain it, so no one has power over the day of his death. As no one is discharged in time of war, so wickedness will not release those who practice it. Ooh, boy, there's a lot here. So when I read over this first part, I think about leadership, whether you're in a leadership role or not in a leadership role, and how even though we may not understand someone else's thought process, we may need to sometimes pray about what's going on and let the Lord help guide us. And sometimes that is continuing on or following instructions, whether we're handing out instructions or following those. And it can be difficult because we don't know what's at the end. More than likely, nor does the person that's barking out the orders. But they think we may all believe, but it may not come to pass. Have you ever been a part of a project or a group of people and you set out to do something and it didn't turn out how it was expected, but maybe it was better? Think about those things. Also, so no man knows the future who can tell him what is to come. Exactly. As no one is discharged in time of war, so wickedness will not release those who practice it. So what can we do? Seek the Lord. Seek the Lord at all times. He is our protector. He is the good shepherd. And we can't control things, though we may feel like we can control things. You may feel like it. And you may even feel like chance and circumstance happen. I hear that a lot. Chance and circumstance. When chance and circumstance may be the Lord's will, remember the Lord's will. It's the Lord's will. Now, also, we also can make decisions, have actions, and be allowed to suffer consequences too. That may be of the Lord's will as well. Because He is the good shepherd, He is like a parent. He wants us to learn and grow and understand and become more like Him, more understanding, more love. Because you may have not been and thought of love before, you may not want to share. You may be wanting to, you may be scared. You may be, yes, there's a lot of people out there who are in fear. A lot of times they are in fear. People fear what they don't understand, as well as people fear a lot. I'm not going to say that I'm not one of those people who fear. For instance, I am not a good swimmer. When I see deep water, I think immediately in my mind, if I'm out there, I see X's in my eyes. That's fear. And that we shouldn't live in fear. We shouldn't be thinking about that constantly. That should not prevent me from enjoying or taking on whatever the Lord has in store for my life. I know there's a lot here. What kind of thoughts or feelings come to your mind when we read over this? How does it make you feel, and what does it make you think?